today we're going to be installing the G6 bullet camera, and we will be replacing my G5 bullet camera with this G6 bullet. And I'm sure you're already wondering, why are we replacing the G5 bullet camera with the G6 bullet camera? What's changed? What's new? Why are we doing this? And that's exactly what I want to cover in this video. And I do want to add the disclaimer that Ubiquiti did send this to me a few months back, but all the thoughts and opinions are of course my own as per usual. So here is where the current camera is. This is a G5 bullet camera, and this guy has been there for a few years. I do want to clarify, there's nothing wrong with the G5 bullet camera. We just want to replace some of our third-party cameras that we have still with the G5 bullet camera. So we're gonna free up a G5 bullet camera, replace one of the old cameras with the G5 bullet, and we'll install a new G6 bullet here at this specific location. So I'm flying solo for this, which is why the recording angle might not be very good. But we're gonna go ahead and pull down the old camera. Our electrician had the idea to install this with a basic outlet cover, and I kind of like the idea because it allows us to replace the camera very easily. So we pretty much can just unscrew the camera then from this cover and unplug it. And then what we'll do with the new camera is basically just do the same thing. We'll install it onto the outlet cover first, which we can do indoors, and then we'll mount it all up there together at the end. And there is a bunch of crap in here because, for full disclaimer, I did not do a weather seal on this camera, which you better do the weather seal on new cameras. And I will be doing the weather seal when I do install the new camera here at this spot. So of course we have the world's dirtiest workbench and flickering lights in the background, but let's go ahead and open up the new camera. This is the white variant of the G6 bullet. There is a white and a black variant, and we'll be installing this one today because it matches the rest of the white cameras that we have. We're just going to hopefully align the screw holes and just replace this. I don't have any more of these single gang black panels, so we're just gonna replace this and hope that it's gonna fit perfectly. We did have some caulk around this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put caulk on it this time because the weather seal on the camera should be sufficient. So we're gonna try to line this up though, that way we can kind of reuse the caulk if possible. And I'm just gonna put the new screws in on this. I now have everything that we need to mount the camera, and I do want to show you a interesting comparison between the size of the old and the new camera. G6 bullet here and the G5, the G6 is considerably larger and a lot heavier, so that is just an interesting comparison I found there. We're gonna go ahead and first of all mount the mounting bracket for the camera, and then we'll take care of the weather seal, which we will be weather sealing it this time. In theory, I could actually mount the entire camera right now before I put this plate up, but I think I'm just gonna mount it this way. That way I can shove all of the cable back up into the ceiling. And I'm just gonna make sure this cable can all stay up there. This cable is the cheapest and worst cable I've ever used in my life. When the house was built, this is what they used. And I don't go overly tight with that, but I go tight enough that way it can stay up. The next thing we're gonna do is use the weather seal. So I'm gonna first put this through. That way I can mount this up. Hopefully it fits. I do not want to recrimp this cable, and it looks like it does fit, so that's awesome. We'll screw that on for now, and we will go ahead and put the seal around the actual cable itself. This will isolate the actual camera off from the mount to keep, you know, bugs in whatever out of there. And I'm gonna keep that as short as possible so we can plug in our camera here and snap that back on, snap that back on. The threading is something that's always a little bit difficult on these, but once you figure it out, it usually goes pretty easily. So now we're gonna go take a look at the angle, and we'll come back once that's done. So one of the things I dislike about the bullet camera is specifically the way that it mounts. It mounts in a very angled down area, so it's typically hard to get kind of higher up shots. Now, for most of the cases, it's probably fine because you don't need to see the sky. But in this case, I do want to see a little bit more of the terrain kind of above where our driveway is. So that's just something to consider. If you're getting one of these cameras, you want to make sure that the mount's going to work. There are 3D printable mounts where you can basically re-angle it a little bit higher, and I have tried those in the past. They work fine, but in this case, this is just one important note I wanted to add. The onboard AI features are one of the most meaningful updates in my mind. The G6 can detect people, vehicles, animals, faces, and license plates without requiring the use of an AI key for all that processing. And whether every detection matters to you will depend on your installation, but I think it gives the G6 more flexibility long term. In the daylight, the wider difference is not immediately dramatic when you view both cameras at the normal size, The G5 has a great image, but the advantage of the G6 I think really comes in at nighttime, especially if you are zooming into the scene. The 4K does have a lot more detail than the 2K, of course, especially for farther away objects. It doesn't have optical zoom, but it does give a better digital zoom because of the 4K image. And I am blurring some stuff out of this image just for privacy reasons. There's no actual black bars on the image of the camera. I think as well at night, both cameras are usable, but this location specifically does not really help with the infrared light. So although there are big improvements on the camera in terms of the infrared, it's not really immediately apparent because we do have lights hanging on the front of our house. I did also install a G6 bullet for a client on the 3rd story of a building, and that's where the extra resolution becomes especially useful. Even across a much larger area, there is enough detail to zoom into the distant parts of the property while retaining a reasonably clear image. The G6 is not an automatic upgrade in every situation. It is larger, heavier, and it's $70 more expensive. So is the G6 bullet worth upgrading to? If you already have a G5 bullet in an area that's covering well, I would not replace it just because of the G6. The G5 is a great camera. But if you need more usable zoom, better detail over a wide area, or additional onboard AI detections, the G6 is the better long-term purchase. And in this installation, the upgrade makes sense because the G5 is not being wasted. I'm using it elsewhere, and I'm using the license plate recognition on the G6 bullet instead. If you're purchasing this, please use my affiliate link in the description below. That helps me out at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll see you all in the next video.